Hey, what's going on YouTube? Here's a dollar. Came down today on the daily chart. You can see bouncing off the 8 once again. Now we're working with a double bottom. Hasn't closed below the EMA 8 on a daily yet, and still on a weekly we're still waiting for that price to either move up or move down. So fourth week in a row it's stuck below the 34 SMA, still waiting for it to make a decision. Working from a higher low and a downtrend. Looks like the 8 and the EMA 13 are both pointing up, where the SMA is kind of meandering down. So we'll see what happens. You can see the pinch coming in. Price is going to have to make a decision up or down here soon. Here's the US 10-year yield. You can see the right shoulder being put in now. The reverse head and shoulders. Nice bounce off of the support of previous lows. And so for now we want to make sure that we stay above the EMA 8 at all costs. And on a weekly, still below the EMA 8. So trend hasn't changed at all, except for the daily. And lots of work is needed on a weekly chart. And if the weekly chart needs work, then obviously the monthly chart is not doing good. Let's see here. Previous low is at 138. So we're above previous lows, but not by too much. So look for prices to break down, as things do not look good. Let's see if we can find anything good. 5 hours got a bounce. See the push over the 34, now bouncing off the EMA 13. And the 60-minute is broken down. So lots of work to do. Let's see where we end up by the end of the week. It's only tomorrow's only Wednesday, so a few trading days left. But the most interesting is that AB bottom, reverse head and shoulders off of the daily, and it hit into previous lows and got knocked back. So now we're bouncing between support and resistance. So we'll see where we end up on a daily chart. S&P kind of got stopped out and stalled today, but not after the push above 2120. So good little push, but it looks like it's being stopped out so far for the daily chart. Well above. See if it wants to come back down into support as it breaks out. It wants to bullish retrace back into support, which previous highs. So let's see how that ends up for the rest of the week. And for the week, it's definitely bullish candle. For the month, I'm going to be looking for some kind of a exhaustion move. Just not sure what's propelling this at all, but it's definitely bullish. On the crude, you can see the bearish retracement, best short, and then the fall. Look for previous low breaks, as the bearish retracement is now complete. Just look for a previous low break. It's 44.56. On a weekly, you can see the potential is down near 40 for a longer term bullish retracement. After its cross above the 34, it comes back into support and see what happens. Deutsche Bank still having a bounce, but kind of laid back today a little bit, but still above support after its initial push above previous lows. And it reached the next previous lows and got knocked back. So keep an eye on Deutsche Bank, as we do have a bullish pattern forming on the weekly, but so far it's been pushed back from previous lows. And it hasn't reached the EMA 8 yet on a weekly chart. So got resistance at the EMA 8, which is in and around 15. So it's got a ways to go if it wants to push back in to previous lows. The German bond, same thing. You can see the right shoulder coming in for that AB bottom. You got a left shoulder, head, and now the right shoulder. And what we're looking for is some kind of a break of the neckline. So but that's only a daily chart, so going for longer term, we can see the bearishness of it as it got pushed back from reaching previous lows, and it didn't reach all the way into previous lows as the EMA 8 was not tapped. So in other words, the daily is bullish, but not until you look at the weekly, where it has a tremendous amount of work it needs to do. And it looks like potential is going to bearish retrace back into zero. But that hasn't happened yet. We are working with the double bottom. Let's see if price wants to get knocked back one more time before the end of the week. As the daily looks bullish. You can see, look for a flat top break at -9. And then back into zero. But, you know, the reverse head and shoulders, just because it's a bullish pattern doesn't mean it's going to be bullish. It could fall apart at any time. Look for previous low breaks. Or the right shoulder angle. Trend line could break. Could come down and make a higher low. Another opposing point. Could do any number of things. But potentially look for the neckline to be broken, as that would be bullish, and then look for the failure of it at -20 cents. So because the weekly's so much in trouble, I'm looking at maybe a push into the 8 and then a push back, and then the failure of the pattern on a daily. The reverse head and shoulders will fail, is what I'm looking at. But not before it pushes forward. That's just my opinion, I guess. That's what we'd be looking for. Gold. It looks like a nice AB bottom on the 60-minute. We needed the 60-minute to shapen up, and it did very well. Put in a bottom, went sideways, and then put a nice bottom, the B, and then a flat top break, and then it's gone up from there. 1346, so let's do see now the bounce on the daily. Pretty nice. Need to get above the EMA 8 on a daily. Need to get above previous high on a daily. Let's see the weekly. Yeah, we need to close above the previous high, 1356. Not too far away. A few days to do it. And obviously on the monthly we see the breakout. And the falling star is falling apart. As we get above the previous high, we might be able to keep this thing bullish for a few more months for another retracement. See what happens. Silver, same thing. The 60-minute did what it was supposed to do. AB bottom, bounce all the way across the EMA 8, 13, and SMA 34. Consolidated above the 34, let the EMA 8 cross above. Now we got both the EMA 8, 13 above the SMA 34, ready for a flat top break in and around 2050. So it looks bullish from here. Looking at a longer term, we want to make sure that we stay away from any reversal candles. Daily's above the EMA 8. Weekly is definitely above the EMA 8. Got lots of room to retrace to. Hopefully we can stay above our previous high. Let's just stay above 20. Allow the EMA 8 and the 13 to come up closer and closer. And if we can keep this high level of consolidation, I think the EMA 8 and the 13 will move up considerably in the next couple weeks. So see what happens. When I want that EMA 8 to come up as support moves closer to price. GDX and GDXJ are looking healthy. Look for these flat top breaks to come in. You can see GDXJ almost did a breakout today. Broke out, stuck its head out, came back in. Look for a previous high break of 50.25. GDXJ. GDX, same thing. Look at a flat top break coming in 30.65. Looks good. We want that break so we don't have this nasty candle for a weekly close on GDX. Same thing on GDXJ. See if we can get a breakout. I don't want to get a hanging man or some kind of reversal bar for the end of the week, so we got a few more days to get this breakout going. It looks pretty healthy. Let's just check on gold. See where we're at. See if we can get another bullish night. I think it'll happen. Alright, well that's all I got. Thanks for all your donations, comments, so on and so forth. Please donate if you can. If you're making some money, buy me some coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, need a lot of coffee. If you're making money, please donate. Please share, like, and comment. Let me know what's going on out there. I'll see you guys.